there is a restaurant where you can eat completely free.
There's no paying, everything's free. We would love to have a store or a brick and mortar one day, but not in West Hollywood.
No job, no ID, no money in your pocket required. Walk in, sit down and eat like anyone else. But here is the twist that makes this whole thing almost impossible to believe. If you actually have money, you are required to pay more than your meal is worth, just so the stranger next to you can eat for nothing. Stay with me, because the way this place actually works will make you question everything you assume about charity, restaurants, and what health is supposed to look like.
We just got done with the I Love You activation on Skid Row here at the Refresh spot. It's November 18, 2025.
It started with one young man walking into one of the most dangerous, most avoided 4 square mile stretches in the entire country. Instead of turning around, he parked a truck there and started giving away food. No cameras rolling for likes, no press release, just him. On his birthday on Skid Row, that single decision could quietly grow into one of the strangest restaurant experiences in the country. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why people can't stop talking about it. Skid Row isn't a nickname for a rough neighborhood. It's a real defined 4 square mile stretch of downtown Los Angeles. And on any given night, more than 44,000 people across the city have nowhere to sleep. That's not just statistic on a slide. It's a real sidewalk turned into shelters. Real tents like up block after block. Real hunger every single day with no pause button. This is the backdrop the story is set against, and it matters because most people look at crises this big and feel too small to make a difference. One person didn't. That person is Jaden Smith. Yes, that Jaden Smith, the Karate Kid star musician, Will Smith's son. The kind of the name you'd expect to see attached to a flashy product launch, not a food truck parked on one of the harshest streets in the country. But on his 21st birthday, instead of throwing a party that would be plastered across every entertainment block, he launched something called the I Love You restaurant. A mobile operation, no storefront yet, just a truck, real food, and a decision to drive straight towards the part of the city most people drive away from. Here is where it gets interesting, because this wasn't a one-time photo opportunity. It kept happening. The truck kept coming back, and what the team behind it noticed changed the entire of the project. People weren't just hungry for food, they were hungry to be treated like they mattered, to be looked at, spoken to, and served the way anyone would want to be served at a restaurant they choose to walk into. That single realization is what pushed Jaden to stop thinking about this as charity and start thinking about it as a business, a real one, with a building, with a menu, with paying customers. So, what does a restaurant look like when the goal is feeding people who can't bake without making it feel like a soup kitchen? This is the part you need to hear carefully because the model is almost the opposite of how most people think generosity works. If you are unhoused, you eat completely free. No ID, no paperwork, no proving anything to anyone. You walk in, you are treated like a guest, and you eat. But if you can't pay, you don't just cover your own meal. You are required to pay more than that food is actually worth. Especially so the stranger sit next to you, someone you'll probably never meet, gets to eat too. In Jaden's own words, it's for homeless people to get free food. But if you are not homeless, you are to pay more than your meal is worth so you can cover the persons behind you. Think about how unusual that is for a second. Most restaurants exist to earn as much money from you as possible. This one flips the entire incentive, the wealthier funding mechanism, and the person with nothing isn't a burden on the business model. They are the entire reason the business exists. That inversion is exactly why this story keeps spreading, because it doesn't ask you to feel sorry for anyone. It asks you to sit at the same table. And the food itself isn't an afterthought either. Every single meal is 100% vegan, created by a professional chef and designed to actually nourish someone, not just fill a stomach for a few hours. This wasn't leftover donations thrown into containers. This was a real menu, created with intentions and served with genuine hospitality. Guests aren't treated like cases in a system. They are treated like customers who walked in and deserve a good meal, because that's exactly what they are. Now, here is something most people don't know about how this whole thing started. Jaden wasn't new to using his platform for causes that actually cost him something. Years earlier, alongside his father, he co-founded a sustainable bottled water company, and the foundation behind it founded a clean water filtration system for residents of Flint, Michigan, during a crisis that most of the country had already stopped paying attention to. So, when the I Love You restaurant launched, it wasn't sudden jump onto a trend. It was a continuation of a pattern, one where the follow-through matter more than the announcement. The food truck didn't stay confined to one city block either. It started showing up in Harlem, in other parts of Southern California, and in communities far from Los Angeles that were quietly dealing with the same food and housing insecurity. At each stop, the team says it serves up to 500 hot meals, along with the water and donated clothing, funded by corporate partners and community members who kept showing up to support the mission. During the pandemic, that support expanded even further, with masks and sanitizers added to what was being handed out, because the need didn't stop just because the headlines moved on to something else. But the track was always meant to be step one. The real goal, the one Jaden kept teasing on social media and in interviews, was a permanent brick and mortar restaurant, not a pop-up, not a seasonal activation, a physical space where this pay it forward model could operate every single day, where someone with nothing could walk in a random Tuesday and now, without having to ask, that a table was already waiting for them. There is a detail behind the name that a lot of people overlook, and it's worth thinking about. The team has pointed to research suggesting that simple hearing the words "I love you" can have a measurable positive effect on the brain. Whether or not you agree with every part of that idea, the intention behind naming a restaurant after those words is impossible to miss. This was never just about calories. It was about serving dignity on the same plate as dinner. So, why does a story like this hit differently from the usual celebrity headline? Because it isn't about a donation with a dollar amount attached, and it isn't about a single event with a start and an end date. It's working system. A pay it forward economy operating inside a restaurant in one of the most overlooked corners of one of the wealthiest cities on earth. It's proof that a business model can be built around dignity instead of a profit margins, and that the people with the least can still be treated like they are the ones who matter most in the room. And this is bigger than one restaurant in one city. It's a blueprint. Any city with its own version of Skid Row, and almost every major city has one, whether people talk about it or not, could build something like this. The question is, the story leaves you with, isn't really about Jaden Smith at all. It's about what happens when someone stops asking, how much can I give? And start asking, how do I build something that keeps giving on its own? That's the part worth thinking about long after this video ends. If this story moved you even a little, don't just scroll past it. Hit that subscribe button right now, because we are giving you more stories exactly like this one, week after week. Drop a comment, share this video with someone who needs a reason to believe good people are still out there build real things like this video. If you want to see more stories like this, and if you want to give even deeper with us, join our YouTube membership, because that's where we go behind the headline and bring new stories that don't get the attention they deserve. See you in the next episode. Bye. Here it's Doreen.